Hi guys, welcome back. We just got back from the Sauerland. I took a shower and I thought, well, let's make a short sort of a follow-up video, because as you could see in my video, I was having a first-time backpacker with me, in this case my mom, and maybe you are planning as well to take a first-time backpacker out on the trail very soon, and that this video might be for you, because today I'm going to give you 5 tips when you are taking along a first-time backpacker out on the trail very soon. Tip number 1 is to adjust the length of the hike. As we all know, we didn't start with big hikes straight away when we started backpacking. And I think that it's very important that when you take out a first-time backpacker, that you absolutely adjust the length of the trail. It is a first-time experience for that person, so he or she, everything is going to be a new experience. And that might be a little bit daunting. You might remember your first time out going backpacking and everything was new and excited. So therefore it's important that to take the mileage down. It's not about taking long days. It is about the experience for the first time backpacker, making it a positive experience. So do not rush and do not make a lot of mileage so your first time backpacker will be exhausted by the end of the day. Just adjust the length so you can take your time, take breaks whenever you want. If you're passing a nice restaurant for a break, do that. If you're passing a nice bench to sit with a nice view or something, take that little break. And if you're taking down the mileage, you will be able to do that. So then you won't be very tired at the end of the day when you're at camp or whatever you are going to stay. And it makes the whole experience more enjoyable. Tip number 2, make the trail attractive to your new backpacker. If you know that your backpacker has a preference, for example, environment you are hiking in, then try to include that sort of environment into your first backpacking trip. And do not go anywhere that your backpacker in this case, doesn't really like, because that doesn't bring anything. It will not bring any joy. Your first time backpacker will not like it, and it will definitely be almost 100% sure that it will stay with this one and only backpacking trip, because your new time backpacker will not enjoy it and will say after the first trip, nah, this is nothing for me, we are going to stay home. Tip number 3, add points to your trip that will your backpacker absolutely love. I know, for example, my mom, she loves those mountain huts that you have in the Sauerland region, so I made sure that I included one of these huts each day, so that we will have the possibility to hike from hut to hut. And usually you have those little shelters as well that provide with a lot of nice views. Well, as you can see, we didn't have the views, but at least we had the shelters and we love to stay there, so therefore I included them each day of the hike, because I know she loves them, and adding stuff like that to your trail makes it more attractive to your new backpacker, and will make sure that the chances of him or her liking it will increase absolutely. Because what will you think about the first trip that you do not like at all? You're not passing things that you like, you cannot do anything that you like except hike, and that is not something that I would recommend when you're taking somebody out for the first time. So again, make it attractive to your first time backpacker. Tip number 4, make sure that you both sleep comfortable. Like I mentioned in my videos from the last backpacking trip with my mom, my first time backpacker, she absolutely hates camping. So I will not start talking about camping, because then I know the trip will not be fun for her and she will not like it at all, and she will never join us again. So if you know from your first time backpacker that he or she does not like to camp, does not like to stay in hiker huts, whatever, make sure that you know what your first time backpacker does like. And if your backpacker does not like camping, then don't do that, because I don't think it's written anywhere that backpacking must include camping. You see so many hikers use bed and breakfasts, shelters, hostels. So if your backpacker is interested in one of those ways to stay overnight, then do it. Do not force your first time backpacker to stay anywhere that he or she does not like, because that will be a recipe as well for one and only trip, and she or he will never be out with you again. So just make sure that your first time backpacker will stay comfortable. And if it is not your way of staying over for the night, well, take that for granted for one day, because you can maybe build it up, and maybe one day, I know my mom wouldn't, but maybe your first time backpacker one day would like to camp. And then if you maybe not like to stay in a hotel, well, just do it. You know, make your first time backpacker happy, so that he or she will start enjoying and liking the whole experience of backpacking. Because me and you, there always was one time that we start falling in love with backpacking, and you must make sure that your hiker or backpacker will experience that as well. And tip number 5, do not force your first time backpacker to do anything. Do not force him or her to make extra mileage that he is not capable of or she's not capable of. Do not force your hiker or backpacker to hike anywhere that he or she absolutely does not like it. Do not force your first time backpacker to stay overnight where he or she does not like it. So that's a little bit of a sort of a sum up from all the last things that I said, previous things I said in this video. All combine them together is literally making about not forcing your first time backpacker to do anything, because you would like to be at a positive experience. At least I think you do, because I absolutely wanted that to be for my mom, and I think that you would like to have the same for your first time backpacker. So do not force him or her to do anything. Just make it a positive thing, and you will be able to build up later on and during more upcoming backpacking trips, if you are able to get your backpacker on those more upcoming trips. And that's all up to you. So if you do not force anything, make it an enjoyable thing, then I think your hiker and your backpacker, I keep saying hiker, but this is all about backpacking, because hiking is something totally different, of course, but your first time backpacker, make sure that he or she enjoys it, and we will have a new family member out on the trail. So these were my 5 tips, not 10, 5 tips to for you to help get out a first time backpacker out on the trail. And I know sometimes that is very hard, because it took me years to convince my mom to go with me, and when we got to the point that I knew that she was going to join us, then it was so important for me to make this a positive trip for her and to make the whole experience enjoyable. And well, my deepest wish, I told it in my gear video from this series, was that she might be willing to do 1 trip per year with us from now on. And like you saw in the video from the 3rd day, she absolutely liked it. And in the meantime, she already confirmed to me that she will be joining us again. So, I'm super happy about that. And I really would like to have you to have that same experience, because it was absolutely fun for me to have a first time backpacker with me, although it needed some adjustments from our side, because Ravi and I, we wouldn't stay in a hotel normally, stuff like that. And the mileage, we didn't do a lot of kilometers each day, but that was just to make it a positive trip for her, and it turned out really well. So I really wish the same to you, because how great is it if we can get somebody new out on the trail and create a new backpacker in life and out on the trail. So hope these tips were helpful to you. Please consider giving this video a like, subscribe to the channel and notify the alarm bell. And then as always, enjoy the outdoors. We'll catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.